Hey guys, welcome back to Dark Side Looks, and today I am going to be reviewing ColourPop's Blowin Smoke palette. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. If you're new, hi, welcome to Dark Side Looks. My name is Nancy. I have been waiting on a new camera and a new light, and now that they finally arrived, I'm now able to make way better quality videos. Without further ado, let's get started with today's review. So the first thing I did to create the look on my left eye was I went in with Morphe x Jeffree Star JS11 brush. It's hard to see, I'm sorry. And I also went in with NYX's under eye concealer and NYX's eyeshadow primer in white. So here are the two components. And we're going to dip into both, and then I'm going to blend it out using a small damp beauty sponge. You can use whatever you prefer to use. If you prefer to use a brush, use a brush. If you prefer to use a sponge, use a sponge. I just personally prefer to use a sponge. So I just take a little bit on my brush, not a lot, just very little, and I just apply it to my lid. Then I dip into the white eyeshadow base, take the smallest amount because this stuff is bright, and just go over just a little bit, just for some extra added protection to my lids. I set that aside, I grab my damp beauty sponge, and I just pat it in and blend it out, just like that. Now, after that is all blended out, I went in with the Blowin Smoke palette from ColourPop, and the first color I went in with was this white shade right here called Young Love, and I used a Morphe x Jeffree Star JS6 brush. So I just do a couple of dabs, get that excess off, go in one more time, do the same thing, and I just apply it all over my lid. And I do this twice just so that way it is nice even coverage. And this is basically our base to really get the eyeshadow look started. This was my first time using one of ColourPop's eyeshadow palettes, and I can say I am definitely impressed. I really like the color payoff, and I like that it's not patchy, and I love that for this particular palette that the colors are definitely able to be blended and to really get the look really nice and smooth. So I definitely, from using this palette for the first time, I'm really impressed with ColourPop. And for the price, it wasn't that bad. This palette right here retails for $12. And that honestly is like a money saver in my eyes, because I've seen palettes that go from $45 to $50. And that's a little bit crazy for me, for my price range anyways. But again, I just like that this is very affordable. I'm using circular motions as well to apply this all over my lid. Now I have hooded eyes, so you're going to see in this video that I'm going to be making some funny faces. I apologize ahead of time, it's just easier for me to apply my eyeshadow this way, but I do try my hardest not to crease my looks. Now we are going to dive into this light gray shade called Stone Face, and we are going to apply this with a JS6 brush. Take it, dab it right into the color, get the excess off, and start applying it to your lid. Now this is a lighter gray if you do have this palette, so don't be overwhelmed that you might not see it right away. It's no big deal. This color is meant to be buildable. And I'm going to answer a question right now, just in case it does pop up in the comments later on. No, this palette was not sent to me through PR. This is my personal opinion. and I bought this out of pocket. I am not on any PR lists right now, just because I am just starting out on YouTube, so it is going to take me a little bit before I do get noticed, but hopefully at the end of this video I do get noticed. Now that we have applied stone face to our lids, I am going in with JS9 brush. I'm sorry for the dramatic pause. And I'm just going to blend this just a little bit more, because we are going to be adding a much darker gray. This is also starting to create the smoky eye effect. Granted, I might have used these colors before in a previous video, but I promise you this is not the same palette. There we go. Now that that's nice and blended, we are going to take a clean JS10 brush. I previously used it. I'm going in with the same color because I used it on my opposite eye. And we're going in with Slate. Just take it, pat it. I blow the excess off of my palettes just because when I close them, I don't like the mess. And just start applying it. There we go. Now I'm going in with a JS5 brush, and I'm going to blend the darker shade in with the lighter shade, using circular motions to do so. Always use circular motions when doing a smoky eye. It tends to make it less messy and it gets rid of harsh lines that we don't want. We don't want those harsh lines. We want to try to minimize those as possible as we can. There we are. Now we have that all blended out, I'm going in with a clean JS11 brush, which is the same brush that I started off with, and I am going into Let's Do It, which is a black shade. Now black can be overwhelming and also can be hard to make in the makeup community, from what I have seen some of my favorite YouTubers say about black shades. And I can say that I don't have a problem applying this black shade or blending it out by any means. Now I am going in with the brush I just used to blend out, which is a JS5 brush again, and we're going to go in with circular motions to spread that black out nice and evenly to finish the smoky eye just a little bit, but we're not completely done. Now as you can see, the black has turned into like a little bit of a gray, which is exactly what I wanted for this video, because I feel like I use black a little too much on my channel. So I'm trying to spice it up a little bit the best way that I can, even though I am goth and punky. I don't necessarily like to use pinks and blues. I like to use reds, blacks, grays, those types of things, just because it's what I favorite. Again, you can do this with any colors that you want to. You don't necessarily have to, go out and purchase this palette and use the same colors that I did. You can use whatever colors and palettes that you choose to recreate this look. And I'm just blending that out, just making sure I get rid of any harsh lines before I finish my look. Now that's nice and blended. We're then going to take I want to say this is a JS13 brush, and we're going in with our last shade today, which is going to be Smokin', which is a nice, like, sparkly shade. You usually see me lick this brush, but today I'm not, because over here you can actually see it, which is pretty amazing that ColourPop was able to make pressed sparkly eyeshadows without having to add anything to your brush necessarily to really make them pop. Yeah, alrighty. So that is for the eyeshadow. Now for my eyeliner, I am using NYX Professional Makeup, and this is a waterproof black eyeliner, and I am applying this to my lower lash line, and I am smoking it out using an e.l.f. blending brush. You can use any blending brush that you want to. You can use any smaller fluffy brush to smoke out the bottom lash line. Excuse me, I'm talking so fast, I'm sorry. And to, like I said, to give it more of a smoky effect, basically. This is how I like to apply my eyeliner. You don't have to do it this way. You can, leave it normally or do a wing, whatever you prefer. I just prefer to smoke it out to make it, just a little bit dramatic, because I'm a weirdo. What can I say? I'm a weirdo. Now that we have applied that, again, I am now going to smoke this out just a little bit. I used to use my finger a long time ago, but if you don't have a brush, you can always rely on your fingers. Sometimes fingers do work best. But me personally, I like using a brush. And I think that doing this really adds to the overall look. I'm just applying just a little bit more black eyeliner. And now this is when you can pop on your favorite mascara, your favorite lashes, or whatever you prefer. If you just prefer to use straight up mascara like I do. Today I'm going in with a different mascara. I'm using Maybelline's The Rocket Volume Express mascara. I usually use Milk Makeup's Kush mascara, but I've had this for a while. I'm ordering a new tube of it, so I wanted to give this a try as well. Alright, now we are on to one of my favorite parts doing makeup, highlight. As I'm closing up my components, I apologize for doing this. In case anybody else is wondering I might as well finally address it on my channel and come out with it. I'm a cancer survivor. I've been a cancer survivor for 14 years now. I underwent a kidney transplant on January 11th, 2006. And I defeated Wilms tumors. That is the type of cancer that I have, which is why I talk with my tongue. I have an overgrowth syndrome that runs from the right side of my body. My whole right side of my body is shorter than the left side of my body. This also left me with an enlarged tongue. So I apologize if you guys don't always understand what I say. I do try to work on it as best as I can, but it's just who I am, and I can't help with who I am. So with that being said, today's highlighter I am using is I'm So Lit by Wet n Wild. This is a loose pigment. It comes in this component right here. I also wanted to stock up because with COVID-19 still going on, it's kind of hard to find makeup nowadays in the stores. So I just wanted to stock up on what I needed as well for my channel. So I just pour just a little bit onto the cap. I am then taking my e.l.f. highlighting brush and my Jeffree Star highlighting brush, which is a JS4 brush from his Morphe collection. And I am applying this to my cheekbones and my nose, along with my temples. I would love to answer any questions as far as my cancer story goes. If anybody is fully interested, please leave a comment and I will comment back to you. I don't want to fully make a whole video about it. just because honestly, I'm the type of person that doesn't necessarily need sympathy from anybody. I am just starting out on YouTube, but again, I am just not a sympathetic person when it comes to my cancer story anymore. I used to cry about it, I don't anymore. I am very proud of what I accomplished. Lastly, because I am using dropping all my beauty stuff over here. Because I am using a black, you can use any black liquid lipstick or lipstick that you own. Yes, this is Jeffree Star's Velour liquid lipstick in the shade Weirdo. I do apply a black eyeliner that I do not use on my eyes. It's only intended for my lips. To stop myself from getting sick. Just to make sure that it is opaque. Perfect. Alrighty, now the final step that you want to do is just basically set your look using your favorite setting spray. My personal favorite setting spray, excuse me, is NYX's Professional Makeup Matte Finish. Alright guys, and that concludes today's review on ColourPop's Blowing Smoke Palette. For my final thoughts before I turn away, is I personally like this palette. I really like this palette. I love the color payoff. I love that the colors are not only buildable but are also very blendable, and I like that they like mesh well together. I also like that the sparkle shades, you don't have to necessarily put water or lick your brush to make them work. They basically do it themselves, which is exactly what eyeshadows should do. So again, thank you so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did like it. Comment down below if you have any questions on what I brought up in today's video, such as my cancer story or anything else you'd like to know about me, or if you have any questions on how I did my look in general. And if you're new, welcome to Dark Side Looks. My name is Nancy, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!